TrojanInsider.com. I'm Pete Gearson, joined by Scott Schrader here, and we've just concluded Wednesday practice, getting ready for Arizona this week, week 5 of the season, Scott. And we were pretty impressed with the intensity of the practice today. They ended the practice 11 on 11. They went a little bit past 6 o'clock, which isn't usual. And the offense and defense just seemed really competitive. Guys were going at each other. Running backs were breaking off runs and weren't kind of coasting after 10 yards like they sometimes do. They were running all the way to the end zone. Offensive guys were celebrating and following them on their way to a touchdown. So it was just a different energy, different intensity, and I think it was pretty obvious that we all noticed that.
Yeah, the intensity level, this was, for me, the practice that I've been to as the season has begun. You know, fall camp, there was a lot of competitiveness and intensity and energy. As the season began, we kind of lost some of the intensity in practices. The competition for positions was kind of over. So today, as far as a season practice goes, was the best that I've seen this year. And like Pete said, the players were chasing each other down. There was no stopping at all, running the ball to the end zone. The coverage was good. Yeah, it was nearly a tackle practice today without pads.
Yeah, guys, they didn't have the leg pads on within the shoulder pads and the helmets, and they they looked like they wanted to tackle each other, which usually at USC practice this year we've seen guys not doing that and letting them go. But I talked to Porter Gustin after practice, and he said 2 losses will do that too. 2 losses in a row will up the intensity and up the competitive, and guys want it a little bit more this time, which is what you want to see. And Clay Helton, we all saw it after practice, sat all the players down. He doesn't do this every day and talk to them for very long sometimes. Today he went on for, well, not super long, a minute or 2, but he had some words of choice and was really trying to pump his guys up, saying, tomorrow when you come in here on Thursday, we're not going to fail. Failure's not an option. Intensity's going to be high. Do your assignments. I also heard some players walking out saying, hey, well, meeting at 6 a.m., meeting at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I guess that's a nice little 6 a.m.
Guys were very vocal today, especially at the end of practice. Guys, that was part of the energy level, was we were hearing guys communicating in whatever fashion, whether it was cursing each other out, or whatever it might be, or get your shit together, pardon my language. But so yes, it was impressive, and one of the things too you're seeing them work on too was trying to figure out this third down conversion for the opponents, which USC is able to get their opponents in to third and long situations more than most of the teams in the nation, but they're letting them convert for first downs worse than anybody else. So we did see some work on that. We're seeing some work with the DBs trying to locate the ball. That was a big thing today with one of the drills. So I think this team, they recognize what they weren't doing well, and they're working on it.
Speaking of DBs, Elijah Griffin got a lot of action in the ones today in the first string players, which is something new, and he had a lot of reporters talking to him after practice. So we may see him step into a little bit of a more inclusive role. Well, that'll be remains to be seen. But either way, USC's going to have their hands full against Khalil Tate and that running attack at Arizona that averages over 250 yards a game on the ground. And they can pass the ball, they can run the ball, average almost 500 yards of offense. So it could be a shootout in Arizona. Scott and I will be there, going to make the trip on Friday. Scott, you're also going to go to some high school games, so I want you to talk about that a little bit.
We will, but I wanted to just talk about Elijah Griffin. And Ronnie Bradford was talking about how they want to make sure that Elijah is getting more reps. He's coming along, he's developing, but the chances of him playing a lot more probably aren't that great yet. But he is coming along, and the reps are there for him. And yeah, as far as heading to Arizona this weekend, I will be at Williams Field High School on Friday night to see Noah Pola Gates play. He's a DB that is cousins with Isaiah Polamau. So that's where I'll be. USC will be out in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area to see players. Also, they'll be at Saguaro High School. I know that. So it should be a big weekend.
Alrighty. So make sure you guys tune in to TrojanInsider.com for more interviews of today's practice, and of course on Saturday it's a late game, so we'll get those videos up for you guys late. Do a post-game show on the field. Have everything for you on that. Well, for Peter Gearson, Scott Schrader, say fight on. See you Saturday.
There we go.